Hello all. So I'm back. Today what we are going to do is we're going to talk about the journey that we have had all this time, you know, throughout the course of my whole week. And I'm going to share what went well, what went wrong, how how did we do? Did we fare well given how the market was? I'm sure you all must have seen yesterday. The market touched 80,600. That was the lowest point that we saw. So let's start our day. First and foremost, we'll have a look at the chart. So what do we see here? It's on one day. And those who have been following me or those who have seen me, let me do it. Yeah. Whatever I've been trying to experiment or I've been trying to learn, those who have followed me, I would like to share that we drew this trend line. Okay. We have our filters EMA 20, 50, 100, 200. We have WAP enabled, we have RSI enabled, and basically volume also we have. But the trend line was created with an intent. If this is number one touch point, this is touch number two, near about touch point number three, and this is the fourth, which is the ongoing. So the assessment was in terms of bullish scenario. If you would like to keep a case for bulls, so we'd like to put it across like whenever it comes near, touches or breaches a bit the trend line that we have established, the strongest trend line, it has always gone up. Then again, if you see here, it touched, it gone up, then again it came down, it was near touching, and then it went up. All these times we made the all-time highs for that session or that duration or that cycle. Okay, it did continue to go on and on, but we were touching the all-time highs. Now when we look at it from this viewpoint, the chances are that it might breach it a little bit and then continue to go to make an all-time high. My projected all-time highs are, as per my understanding, is 150 to 180. That's what I anticipate should be there. My assessment says we should be there in 6 months from now. In a very conservative way, I think aggressively we can be much earlier, but then that's the bull scenario. That's what my assumption is. If there's a bull or if there's a long that we try to see, on new all-time high, but then as the market has been crashing, the another part of the coin or the side of the coin is that there can be a scenario wherein it can make a new bottom. Okay, any which ways, Bitcoin has erased all the wealth that it has generated in past 1 year, which is huge. A lot of people liquidated. It was bloodbath, and it's not easy to navigate yourself. There's so much emotion that comes in, and you go through the kind of critical decision making. You have a strong belief system. For me, I'm a beginner, but I'm assuming that those who have made great money, and they might have made money with the help of their skills, luck, and assessment of the market, the way they do judge and observe. And there comes in a bit of a moment wherein you try to get back, you try to get into the revenge trading to cover up the losses. You maximize on the leverage, you put extra, maybe borrow capital. If your account is blown off, you borrow more capital from friends, family, or wherever you can, or put in your own money if you're having a primary source of income, and then you try to recover. And because of that also, a lot of people have blown off their account for, I don't know. But it's not to criticize them. These are the things that I have learned, because you all know that I'm a beginner as well, and then I'm just trying to read as much as I can and observe whatever, so that I can document the most of it. Now the bull, we discussed the bull cycle. If it is bear cycle, which I think it will go down, right? I don't know if we'll consider it as a bear cycle, but I feel uh, it's more a bearish scenario as of now. Now, why do I say that? Okay, how I look at it. So if you see, it was just touching the line and not even touching it. It did breach here very minutely. You can see there was a very small spikes were there. Yeah, but here we see a strong candle, which we haven't seen in any of the breaks. This is a big breach of the candle. All the other candles, if you see, the lower end of the candles were there. You know, if you see here the lower end of the candle, if you see here the lower end of the candles, both three candles here it did not even reach, though the fall was good. And then again here, if this would have reversed, then we would have continued with the strategy of, you know, the lower end of the candle was nearing it and then it moved on. But if you see, we see a pretty strong candle here. Yeah, and for the week to get over, it's only one day, and in order to make this candle a bit weaker, it has to reach to the levels of 94 95k for BTC, and then we can say that the breach was deeper, but then not a strong candle, you know, and it might probably chances are there that it can go up, but then it looks strong, and I assume this is the level at 73-74. We can see it going down to this level. If at all it breaches 73 or so, then I don't know what should be the next safety net. In that sense, I think 52 should be the level, the worst possible level that it should be. If it breaches that, I don't know where we would end up with. 32, maybe. Most probably, the worst case, we'll see 32. Or else, the worst case in itself should be 53. This is what I assume we can see happening. There are multiple factors because of which Bitcoin is falling. So, reason being, just a second. See the US market, you all know what's happening there. And when it comes to crypto market, a lot of people are not sure which way the market would end up with, and they're trying to withdraw, you know, take the funds out, or some players are still there, because if you look at the volumes, you see the volume is around 9.6 billion BTC in USDT pair. For Ethereum, it's 8. That's almost half of it what it used to be. Dodge is at 1, Solana 2, XRP 1.9, ADA is 274 and 693 at. If you look at here, then it will give you for that. So maybe not here. Let's go to the favorites. Let's go to the market and let's. There is a continuous, no matter when, how the market is, there are certain set of people who are always making money. They're making money basis how they perceive it, you know. Like a good theory would be like what I've been reading is like about roaches, like, you know, you just keep scalping a little bit, you keep scratching, bare, whatever, you know, we call it barely scratching. Even if you continue to do that and if you compound it over the period, it will give you good results as far as you try to ensure that you're trying to, you know, be on the right side of it. You need to have your own certain set of principles in order to ensure that you don't end up taking wrong bets, but then, or assessments, and try to do it the way you want to. So, uh, coming to the BTC, do that. See to it. Do not use high leverages. In my personal experience, I have also observed using a high leverage is fantastic when you get positive returns and is trusted in just a second because it eats up a lot of your capital. So focus on minimum leverage, specifically in the kind of market we are in. Do not use high leverage. We'll quickly have a look at Ethereum. In Ethereum, if you guys remember that we have created two levels here. The lowest possible level, which I think is 2000, which if it continues to do so, here also we had a line. It has breached pretty strongly. You know, the day is definitely going to end, and I anticipate 2400 should be the range. We should, in the bear side, we should be able to see it. And in this, the theory, if we look at it, the kind of lines, if we replicate the line here, the market has been up, then you can see the market has fallen down. If you replicate the line here, you'll see the market has fallen down. If you replicate this trend line, in a sense, anywhere, you see the market has fallen. So for me, the reason I put this trend line was because this was green, and then that point of time this was also green somewhere. It has actually gone red and breached it. That's why. Because you see, why would I touch it with the red? It was green back then when I did it. I'm still feeling sleepy. Okay. So Solana, we'll have a look. So here's Solana, same story. The chart is more resembling to BTC. If you guys see, Ethereum has had a great journey for many reasons, but Solana, if you see a little bit of similarity. This tangent, the horizontal angle is more near, resembling to the BTC, but the coin is nowhere near BTC at all. BTC is BTC. Here also the candle has breached strongly. Here it did, it went up, right, in that week. But here it's one day remaining. I don't think we'll see this kind of jump. This is what I feel. Okay, do not go by my suggestions. I'm a learner, just documenting my journey. So what is it that we did in the past 10 days or so that we have been doing together and I've been documenting? Where do I stand? Okay, let me show you my portfolio. So all those who have been following me for like about since the day I started doing it, going live and started documenting my journey. Currently, this is where we stand. Lifetime PNL 54, 30-day PNL is 56 or whatever percentage wise, and here 7 days is $70, and today is 0.47. Overall volume that we have done is like 299, uh, almost 300k nearing. Total profit that we have made is 239 till now, but this is where the most important part is. We lost about 284, so I have seen bigger number here. That's what you can see in one of my thumbnails also. I think on day 2 or 3 what I did was here. This day particularly was so 239 uh, is what I was able to earn, and mostly my earning was depleted by the loss, because I earned first and then I made a loss, and that too on one of my biggest day. This day what you see is basically the biggest loss in this month, but this day it's not just this much, you know. I covered a little bit, 80 $85 it was. I was at a loss of 150 or so. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, now let's do a recap of the rules that I have. What did I learn in this whole week? Rule number one, I decided for myself that I will not overtrade, which I broke in the past week, which was not good. Actually, I broke it the second day itself, my rule. It was shattering. Reason being, the loss was not that much shattering, as I said earlier. The most troubling part was that I knew I should not be over trading myself. I've made great profit which I've never made. Okay, still I over I did not, I just went ahead and did the trade, and then I lost everything. Actually, I lost my core capital. I was in huge loss here. All that the coming days what we see is something I was able to, and I was at huge loss. I was at around 60 50% loss, or maybe 40% loss from my in my core capital also. Okay, so that's the one thing. Everyone who is a trader has a different mindset, psychology. They come from different backgrounds, they have different way to look at charts, numbers, gut and instincts, and they should know what their limit is, where are they falling where do they fall short of something, and where do they uh, they are strong at. And in that sense, the important part is restrict yourself, build some mechanism to hold yourself, not just let go of of whatever you have earned so far. Second, our rule was to finish the day in green as little as possible, which I tried to. After this, you see, I stopped. I did 14, I was okay. I did 4, I was okay. I did not trade. 18, I was okay. Honestly speaking, this day and these 2 days, I was at around $6 or $7 here, and but I still continue to do it, and that's why uh, you can see here I lost a good number. Here I was at 20 somewhere, but I still did the trade. Here I think 30 40 cents more, maybe I was at $24, and I let go, and then I tried to contain myself. So it took quite some time to resist. Here, I think I was at 18. I did again 6, whatever it was, I was okay. And then here I did 0.48, and I'm not going to do any trade. Honestly speaking, I would not be trading. I'm trying to learn to stick to my own commitment. Uh, we all are humans, and it's important to for you guys to know that I made a mistake and I'm holding on to what I. So the happy part is, if you look at the journey overall for the year long, I have lost for 34 days. I had winning days 39. I had break even days 293. I think because I did not trade, I just started. Average profit that I make is 6.14. Average loss is 5.43, and then 1.13 is like the profit loss ratio. Do not be sad by the numbers here. What you see is because, see, we are in the learning phase. It's hardly like 3 months. You guys need to see this. You see this? I was not happy with the way things were going, so I ignored trading. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days. I did not trade. I never looked at it. I was making good. The week started good, but then in that during that time, a lot of few manual trades made a mistake, and the market also went bonkers. Wow. This is the month wherein I was learning the most. I was also working on a script. The script pretty much good, I think so, but then to check, to test how market reacts, how the gut, so you have to do a lot of things. A few days I did not trade because I was busy, but then the month was mostly in red. This is something I started off my day with, and from here itself, I think the kind of rules that I've set for myself, and this is where it is coming from. This is my first ever trades that I did. I did few some time back. I did not really knew anything about crypto futures back then. I was just playing for some work related thing. But here I really started doing it, and I was happy with the way I was progressing. Reason being, these are all manually that I took based on my observation of the market. I did most of the trades on, I believe, on XRP, Ethereum, and BTC maybe. But I was happy. So what I'm trying to say is that my ability to be happy at this is good. This is how I put for myself. Some of you might think that, man, this is nothing. Yeah, it is nothing for today when I don't know. The numbers can change. What we see here, like we can see a million in a day also, and then we can see 10 million also in a day, and maybe I don't even know, man. 100 millions also every day I might be making. You never know what is going to be there for tomorrow. But it is only going to be there if I'm consistent, if I'm okay being okay with whatever I see on the screen as far as it is green, and then I can prepare myself for the next day. I think that's what we should stick with. So if you look at the past 7 days, in the past 7 days, total profit is $70 and 91 USD. Total loss 0. Net profit 70, 91. Trading volume 87. Win rate is 100%. Winning days are 7. Average profit per day is 10. This was it. If you look at the month, things change a bit. We've made a total profit of 185. Yeah, as I told you that day I made. And then the loss also 128. Net profit 56. 218k. We made the volume. Here 53% is our winning rate. 16 days winning. Losing days 4. Break even days are 10. I'm assuming 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So it's counting the days remaining. So average profit happens to be 1160. For an average loss is 32. Profit to loss ratio is 0.36. Still, I'd like to admit that I made a lot of risky trades which should have not have happened. But I'm still trying to learn, get over with that. See, the market is in this. If you look at the 15-minute, no, 15 minutes would not give us any good idea. What is happening at this level is something we can only get to know from a days. You know why the market is getting huge? Because if you see here, market has tried to go back up. Always this is where the strength is there, and that is why the market is moving here, in this Vincity, 2% up and down. I think it would break. It has to, in order to get clean, and then we might see a journey going up from here. If it does not, then I don't know. Then maybe I'll just buy BTC. I won't be taking any trade today. What trades I took, again, that is what I told you, risky trades. So I made this. That's it for the day. This is what I did today. And then I finished. Yeah. So I know no one listens to me. No one knows I'm documenting my journey. But if at all a single person comes across my channel, and if you feel that I am doing something wrong, or if you think your advice can help me, any feedback, I'd be happy. Do share it in the comments. I'll be happy. For those who don't even know as much as I know, which can be a scenario, because even I did not know anything. I feel I don't know, but I know that starting and reaching to this point also, because when you don't do it, you don't know. So for those, I'll be happy to connect and start from scratch, uh, and share. Okay, what can be done better, so that you can start your own journey. So please reach out and comment, or if you have any questions, please ask. I'm not an expert. I learn and get back, and if I have an answer, I'll give it. Yeah. So thank you. Thank you for listening to me. Take care. Bye.